Okay, I'm Russ. This is my lovely assistant Charlize, and you have today a video response for skallagrim on why the reverse grip is not effective. I'm not here to attack you. I'm just here to show the other side of the story and maybe fill in a few holes in your knowledge. Not that I'm knowledgeable myself, but I have practiced quite a bit, and when you start to hit and block, you understand what's actually possible, what's real, and what's just for show. And so, anyway, without further ado, your reverse grip sword technique. I noticed you had your sword affixed to your arm, and anybody that's going to use a sword can't be pinned down in that manner. So when I use a reverse grip, my wrist is quite flexible. Matter of fact, you can get quite a few attacks from just moving your wrist. And as far as stabbing goes, I don't know why you couldn't just stab like this. I mean, that's quite effective, and look at my range. It's pretty far away, wouldn't you say? So, anyway, a reverse grip, I think, would be something like this. You had your opponent attack with a horizontal cut, which I believe you carried to the side and then went around the blade to attack, which seems like an awful lot of work when you could just deflect it and be in a position to attack. I don't know about that, but a foregrip is very good, very effective. But you can also have a really good reverse grip. I mean, as far as that goes, you can make it quite functional. I mean, there's all sorts of ways you can go, so you're not limited to having to thrust out and block. Well, I mean, that's not realistic to think that, brother. So yeah, a reverse grip would probably look something like this. And this is where I would block, and I would try to keep my hands close to my body, because I noticed you overextended yourself, even when using the regular grip. And if you're ever overextended, even if I'm not past my opponent, you're still dead. So, overextension is always bad with any grip. You always want to keep it close to your body. You can do anything you need to do close to the body, okay? That's for sure. Everything is not close quarters, but you can't be restrained by any thoughts in your head, especially if you're going to be sword fighting. So, yes, absolutely. I think pretty much with that, I've dispelled all the reverse grip myths, but we can go ahead and you can just have a few attacks, and I will use a reverse grip. Notice on the side block it's quite effective because I've got everything out in front of me. And should her sword stop there, I mean, you see, I'm able to turn a block into an attack. And so never blade-to-blade block with anything. You want to tap out with the side. And look, the reverse grip can be used to tap out this way. And yes, you're limited in things to do here, but hopefully your opponent can't turn that chop that I block here into any sort of other chop. Because look, I just force it to the ground, which leaves them wide open for anything, you know. So if you block down like that, let's try. If I block down like that, I still have a range of things I can do. Are we seeing where this is going? And I noticed on your attack, when you parried out with the regular, then you got this sword real close to your arm. And look, if you screw up, it's gonna tear you up. So with that technique around like that, unless you're quick and skilled and have them in the right position, I wouldn't suggest that. But how you lead them off can be done with the reverse grip as well. So what I do is I punch that direction and it falls off like rain, in which case I'm wide open. So reverse grip can be quite effective, but when your opponent has a line of attack, the first thing you want to do is not be there. So always with sword battles, you want to move around. If you try to just defend your ground, you might get tore up because you can be pinned in a corner in that way. So without ever swinging a blow, you can lose a fight. First, don't overthink your sword technique. So the reverse grip, along with a little move, can be quite effective, I would say. Wouldn't you? So skallagrim, just think about these things whenever you go to post a video. I'd be glad to consult with you. Maybe we can have a sword battle or something. But there's lots more options available out there to the thinking man and to you. So explore your options. Know what's going on. Try this at home, but only with the wooden ones. Keep practicing. Good.